and you're just gonna naturally role play. So here we go. I'll say ring ring, and you just say hello. And for the rest of you, follow along on the script. I want you guys to hear. I want you to read it as I'm saying it, so that you have an opportunity to make it a little more stickier. Just want to make it a little more stickier. All right, here we go. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ashley?
Yeah, this is Ashley. Who's this?
Hi, hi, Ashley. This is Gabe Mendez with the Singer Realty Group here at EXP Realty. How's it going today?
Good, and yourself?
Yeah, it's been really cold. It's weird. But anyhow, awesome. Well, the reason for the call today, Ashley, is because you contacted us on Instagram, Facebook, the website, a lead platform, and you inquired about buying a home. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I did, but I'm not really interested right now.
No problem. Most of our clients that we work with, Ashley, they aren't interested right now. Most of them are just looking to get information so they know what to prepare for, maybe like find out what credit, income, loan options are out there. And that's most of them to start with. If we were to get you some basic information, would that be helpful?
Yeah, I'm waiting for maybe next year, see, how interest rates come down and then just trying to wait a little bit and see if the market gets better.
Yeah, I'm right there with you because it's really weird how rates are going up, down. And the important thing for you and the family, I'm sure, is you guys want to make sure that you guys are buying the house at the right time at a payment that you can afford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we can talk about that in a second. Don't worry. I'm just here to answer some questions, provide you some information. Obviously, we know a little bit about the market, what's going on in the back end. And once I share the information with you, ultimately, it's your decision on what you want to do with it. So I just want to find out a little more about your situation. Obviously, you guys are planning on purchasing next year. So that's anywhere from, well, next year's around the corner, two months to 12 months. But before we get into all that, why don't you kind of fill me in on your situation right now? What's going on? How can we help?
Well, I'm currently renting and I was planning on buying soon, but with the interest rates being so high, it's like I'm just gonna wait because it's just a lot of money. It's like having to pay a big mortgage with this high interest rates, like it's hard for me. So I'm gonna wait until interest rates come down. And then maybe you can call me back and see if whenever, maybe next year and a year from now, I'll probably be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to make sure that what I want to make sure is actually that in 12 months, 24 months, when you guys do decide to purchase, when the numbers all make sense, my job is to make sure that you guys are ready. The thing that I don't want to have happen is I don't want to call you guys in 12 months. We get you the information and then we find out like, oh no, you're still 12, 24 months out because we didn't work on credit. We didn't work on the loan options. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would like to know like how much I qualify for and then what my payment would be. But if it's too high, then I might just wait.
I'm right
So,
there with you. We just the good thing about us here at Singer Realty Group, we never force any of our clients to make a buying decision. We never push you guys to go look at houses that are out of your comfort range. And because you said that right now, Ashley, here's what I want to recommend based on what you're telling me. Before we talk about houses, before we talk about prices, I'd like to schedule an appointment with you, myself, and my mortgage broker. During that appointment, we will review your income, debt, credit, and one of two outcomes will happen. One, you'll qualify for a home loan on the spot, and we'll let you know which loans you qualify for, what your rate will be, and how much your payment will be. Or two, this is most of our clients, they don't qualify on the spot, but that's okay because we'll let you know what's holding you back and how to fix it. For example, if we need to boost your score up a bit, we'll offer some suggestions and tell you how to get there. The consultation should only take about 45 minutes. It's completely free, complimentary. Would that be helpful?
sure, yeah, that'll be good to at least know where I'm at right now, and then I can decide if I want to move forward or not.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Ashley. Let's just start there. Let's get you the information. Once you have it, you and your family can go home, process it, and decide, oh, maybe we want to start now. Or Maybe we'll start in 12 months. Either way, the decision's completely yours. We just want to get the information in your hand. Sound good?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. What's your availability to meet? When are you guys typically available?
Mhm. In the evenings or on weekends?
Evenings or the weekends? Okay, perfect. So we'll say today's already Wednesday. I want to give us enough time to meet. So let's just say maybe Friday late evening or maybe more Saturday morning. Will one of those two options work?
Yeah, Saturday morning works.
Okay, cool. I just want to confirm with my mortgage broker, make sure he's available then too. So I'll put us tentatively down for this Saturday. And do you prefer Zoom, like an online meeting, or do you prefer in person?
You could start with Zoom and then see, if I'm interested, and then if I am, and I like what I hear, then I'll go in person.
Perfect. Okay. That's no problem, Ashley. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to send you a text message right now. So please take a look at your phone. And this is the information that we'll need for Saturday's appointment. I just sent you the text message. It's a W-2's tax returns. Can you take a look at that and let me know right now if you'll have all that ready by Saturday?
Okay. Yeah, I think I could get a lot of those in. So I'll have them ready.
Wonderful. Okay. Before we hop off the call and meet on Saturday, did you have any additional questions for me?
No, that was it.
Ashley, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday at 9 a.m. I'll send you a text message confirmation later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. I love that. You were really difficult in the beginning. You didn't want to meet up. You didn't want to give me the information. Why did you do it when you didn't want to?
Because I kind of wanna know, like, it's like when someone doesn't want to right now, but they're still curious to know like what they can qualify for. A lot of people, they might be scared to like buy a house, but they still want to know where they're at, like if they're able to at all. So I think that's why, like, I still kind of want to know, like, okay, let me see if I qualify, but I'm not like obligated, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of want to know. And
So what I heard you say right now is because during the interaction between you and I, you told me I'm next year. I don't want to do anything. Rates are too
yeah.
high right now. But yet you still opened up and you still committed to an appointment right now. What was it during the conversation that took you, Ashley, naturally from I don't want to talk, I don't want to do anything right now. Next year, call me in 2 years, call me a year from now. I'm not ready. Rates are too high. What took you from there to you're meeting with me on Saturday?
Just you going over like what you could offer, just um what programs you may have, and just it kind of got in my mind like, oh, maybe I could see like where I'm at, and even if I don't like what I hear, like I'm not obligated to buy. So just you explaining like pretty much not making it seem like, oh, this is something that you have to do. You're pretty much just giving me the option of like, do you want to learn a little bit more of where you're at and how we can help you without no obligation or contract, like things like that. So
Oh my gosh, I love that you said all that because that I want all of you guys to look at the script again right now. And if you take a look at the middle section, it says client, it says, great, fill me in on your situation, what's going on and how can we help you? Right there, when she starts to discuss everything, it never matters what the client tells you after you ask that question. I
Mhm.
want you guys to listen carefully. It never matters what the client tells you after that question. I could literally cover my ears, turn in circles, go get lunch, hit a couple push-ups, come back when the client's done. And no matter what they say afterwards, I can say, thanks for sharing all that. Based on what you're telling me, here's what I recommend. And always make it seem like it's a custom prescription to you. When I tell the clients, I want you guys to listen to this because Ashley said it herself. She said, you made me feel like it was my decision. You said you're going to give me information and you're going to tell me that. That part of the script where it says, based on what you're telling me, here's what I recommend. Before we look at houses, before we discuss prices, I wanted to schedule an appointment with you. So I'm already taking all of that worry out of it. I'm not going to talk to you about prices. I'm not going to talk to you about houses. That's not even, I'm not even thinking that way. I want to disarm the client completely from feeling anything. I don't want them thinking that I'm a sleazy salesperson. And because you've inquired, I'm trying to push you to sell. I'm just trying to build relationship with you and get you more information and move you down the sales timeline. First call. Remember, ladies, and I mean, there was more guys, it'd be funnier for guys, but for us guys, when we first meet you or when your husbands and counterparts first met you, it wasn't trying to close the deal on the first night they met you. It was text messages, phone calls, it was flowers, it was dates, it was getting to know you little by little. And then eventually you ended up with the ring on your finger. Now I have 2 babies because of that dating process. Same thing with the sales timeline. Don't go for the close. Don't go for the baby the first night. Don't go for the ring the first day. Your job is just to get to know them and to date them and get them to the second date. The first date was the phone call. The second date is the lender. The third date is the buyer consultation. By this time, you guys already know each other. You're in rapport. You're flowing back and forth. You're making more jokes. So that part right there, when I say, look, before we discuss houses and prices, I'd like to schedule an appointment with you and my broker. And during that appointment, one of 2 outcomes will happen. Either one, you'll qualify for a home loan on the spot. We'll let you know which loans you qualify for, what your rate will pay, what will your rate and payment will be. Or 2, the second outcome, you won't qualify, but that's okay because we're going to let you know what's holding you back and how to fix it. For example, your credit score might be low and we're going to give you some suggestions on how to get it higher. The consultation should only be about 45 minutes and it's free. And then I don't ask an open-ended question. I don't ask them a yes or no question. I ask them, would that be helpful? She would have to be so out of her mind. She would have to be so weird. She would have to be an alien to say, no, that wouldn't be helpful. What do you mean? You just got done telling me that you need information, that you want to buy a house in 2 years. I framed the question on purpose. Would that be helpful? So that intentionally she has to say yes. I want my consumer on the phone saying yes the entire time. Yes, yes. Doesn't that make sense? Yes. It sounds like you guys want to wait 2 years, make sure the payment's good. Is that sure? Yes. Would that be helpful? Yes. Would it be okay with you if I did this? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. At the very end, want to say, look, let's schedule an appointment this time. Does that make sense? Yes. She's already so used to saying yes the entire time. It's hard for her to say no. And she's like, dang, I like this guy. He's disarming me. I made a couple of jokes in the beginning about the weather, broke the rapport a little bit. And I knew what to say at the right time. And because I did that, I got Ashley from naturally inside her heart. I told her, be a client. And what was she like in the very beginning? She didn't want to talk to me. She said, call me in 2 years. Call me in a year, she said. I'll be ready then when the rates go down. And then you can follow me and check with me then. But no, because I'm a skilled, trained salesperson, I knew exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. Before we transition to the second part, I want to get some feedback from anyone else. Any takeaways from that? I want you guys to really listen to this conversation. What are you gathering from this?
Hey, Gabe. So I think the part where you said most people don't want to, you said something like most people are not looking to buy or are just looking to ask questions or something like that. You said something like that. I think that's when her guard went down. Like, I think that's when she was like, oh, okay. And then started answering your questions because you were like, yeah, I forgot the exact words that you said. But
so she said in the beginning, she said she wanted more information. Like, I'm not ready to buy right now. I just need some information. And I said, yeah, you know what? Most clients that I talk to aren't ready to buy right now. Most of them are just like you. They want information. I made her feel included, not secluded, not on her own. Like, yeah. She was.
That was key for me. So I'll definitely be adding that. Cause then I feel like that makes them feel like, okay, like this isn't a sales call. This is just an informational call. He's actually just trying to help me, because if he was trying to close on me, he would have already hung up since I already told him I'm not interested.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So we're going over this. Yeah. So absolutely. Yes. There's a lot of little tricks that I'm including inside of there's little objection handling that I'm doing, right? She says, I want to do this. And remember, I've done trainings before on Winner's Circle where I told you an objection is nothing more than an unanswered question. Objection doesn't mean no. It just means I don't have enough information to make a decision. I feel weird. I feel uncomfortable. Make me feel safe.
Yes.
If I'm going to make a decision, make me feel safe. So I tell her, like, hey, this is where we're at. What you're telling me the interest rates are high. What I hear you saying is that you want a payment that you can afford. You don't want to be house poor, right? Exactly. Most of my clients are like you. They want to be able to afford the payment. And as long as the payment makes sense for them, then they're comfortable moving forward. Does that make sense? That absolutely makes sense. Perfect. Here's what I recommend. I loop them back around. Once I got them right where I want them, I loop them back around to my question. If I'm going down the script, I want you to think of the script like a straight line. If I'm going down the script and they give me an objection, I'm off the straight line. I went off the straight line. Now I'm over here, out of bounds. I can't close when you're out of bounds. So you got to bring them back to the straight line and say, oh, what you're saying is payment. What you're saying is this, correct? Yeah. Then I bring them back to the straight line once I got them there. So here's what I recommend. Now I continue down the script. And that's what objection handling is. We'll talk about that probably on Friday. But I want to get you guys comfortable with the words and the delivery of it. Yesterday, we kind of talked about tonality, but I'll pause there. Any questions before we talk about tonality? Okay. Tonality. Most of us salespeople, we're calling people when we're barely waking up. We're calling people when we're not excited. We're calling people when we're in a bad mood. We're calling people before we even prime ourselves. A big part of the words of delivering this message is the energy that you bring to the telephone. It's the energy that you bring to the telephone. This person has to feel that you're excited to help them out. They have to feel that you truly care. And that only comes from the way that you sound. And me, you don't know how I could have been feeling 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes before the call. But no matter what, I showed up on this call. I'm like, I'm going to be energetic. I'm going to be enthusiastic. I'm going to be engaged. And you'll never know what happened to me at 8:50, ever. I need you guys to be the exact same way when you get on the call with your prospects. Getting in this high energy state of mind is very important. So if you have to dress up, if you have to do 15 squats and 10 push-ups to get the blood flowing and do some breath work to get the things going, put some music in the background, amp up, jump around and get yourself excited, whatever you need to do, I need you to get you from your normal state to a peak state. Very energetic. When you're delivering these words, there's different tonality modules that you have to have. There's tonality of curiosity, tonality of excitement. So I'll give you an example. The first part of the script, when it says, hi, is this such and such? You need to have a tonality of excitement. For those of us who have kids, young kids, when they get, or maybe one kid, when they get home from school or they get home from a project or a field trip, how excited are you to hear from their day? Son, what happened? How was your day? How was this? That's excitement tonality. That needs to be in the very beginning of the script. That needs to be, hi, is this Ashley? And I don't know if you noticed when I'm script practicing with you guys, I'm smiling the entire time. I'm happy. You can hear a smile through the phone. I can hear when you guys are laying down. If I were to close my eyes and ask one of you to script practice with me, I can tell if you're sitting down, laying down, or got a cara de fuchi. Promise you I can do that. First line needs to be it needs to be enthusiastic, excitement tonality. Hi, is this Ashley? Yeah, this is Ashley. Who is this? Hi, Ashley. This is Gabe with the Singer Realty Group here at eXp Realty. How's it going today? I'm excited. Oh, it's going good. When I ask, how's it going today? I quickly identify what mood she's in and the personality type. I already can tell that Ashley wasn't having it. Like, so if I just kept on going on, like, everything's great, it's all rainbows and bubbles, yay. If I did that with her, she was going to shut off eventually. Like, this dude is way too much energy for me at 9 a.m. Like, he needs to chill. So I was able to adjust my tonality at that point. Awesome. Well, and then I went into authority tonality. Can someone tell me an example of authoritative tonality? What type of people typically have that? Authoritative tonality, where like they just command respect when you speak to them.
Law enforcement?
Exactly. Law enforcement. That's the only thing I was thinking about. Law enforcement. When the police pull you over, when the cop pulls you over, do you think they're walking over there, just skipping over there to you like, hey, how's it going? Do you know why I pulled you over? I got you. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're like, they walk over very seriously. The demeanor is very firm. They're walking over and they're like, license registration, please. You know I pulled you over, right? And what happens to your tonality when you're talking to authoritative figure? It goes up. Submissive. Oh. Yeah, submissive. It goes up. Your tonality goes up. You can become submissive. Hi, officer. Oh, did I? I'm so sorry about that. I apologize. You go submissive. That second segment where your client where you respond, awesome. The reason for the call today, that must be an authoritative tonality. Awesome. Because if I come submissive, hi, the reason I'm calling is because you're going to jump all over me. You're going to shut down. But the moment you hear my tonality, I'm not here to play around and play games. You're going to listen to me. Awesome. The reason for the call today is because you contacted us on Facebook and you inquired about buying a home. Is that right? And then boom, I just pause. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Perfect. Is right now a good time for you to chat? If they tell me, is right now a good time for you to chat? Authoritative that time. Authority, because I need to take you from barely getting on the phone to continue the conversation. It's very unlikely that when a police officer pulls you over, that when they're authoritative with you, that you're just going to dismiss them. You're going to engage in the conversation because they're so authoritative in that time. So you must adopt an authoritative tonality. Hey, is right now a good time for you to chat? Yeah, it's a good time for me to talk right now. Perfect. Then I go right back to excitement. Wonderful. Great. Okay, so fill me in on your situation. This is where curiosity tonality comes in. So when you're curious, you kind of like lean in a little bit. You kind of like drop your tone. So I'm just a little like, hey, it's like a secret. It's like, hey, what's going on? Like, fill me in. What's going on? Like, perfect. Great. Fill me in on your situation first. What's going on and how can we help you? Very curious. I drop my tonality. That third segment needs to be a curious tonality. How can we help you? And then it doesn't matter what the client says after that. After that, you jump right back into excitement and authoritative. So because of time, we're going to pause there and I'll finish the rest of the tonalities tomorrow. We'll open with the role play and we'll go into tonalities and fix those. But I hope you guys are taking notes or go back and watch this video. And next to the script, write excitement, curious, authoritative tonality. Watch the video again and be like, oh, this is who I need to become. All right. Any last minute questions before we wrap up? I can't.
Gandhi said he had a success story. Can we hear that?
Oh, we have a success story?
Yeah, with Betty, the one that you called.
Oh yeah, bro. Talk to me. What happened?
Yeah, pretty much the agent is not doing what she wants, or what they're not in the same page. They're not on the same page. So I pretty much kind of just heard her vent yesterday. And she sent me over her contract so we can see how long the contract is, so she can cancel it, and then we can go in there and show her what we can do.
Wow, that's
So,
good.
Y'all better give it up for your
Yeah.
teammate right there. Y'all better get up for your teammate. Come
What
on,
did the
bro.
contract say?
It's a weird contract too. I just got it this morning. She texted it over because she's a little bit older, so she doesn't know how to work email. So she just texted it over, but it's not like a car contract either. So I don't know what this agent's doing, but yes, he's not doing something right.
Is it even on the MLS?
Yeah, it's on the MLS, but it has two ugly pictures. I'm like, that's their kind of like a red flag already.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's doing something fishy with that.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So I gotta go
can-
over it, but
He
it's
probably
something.
doesn't have a board or association.
Maybe
Because
I'll send you the contract. It looks
because
weird. It doesn't look like a car.
If he's an investor, he probably just thinks, oh, I got this in the bag. Like, yeah, I'll sell it for you. But if he doesn't really practice, he probably doesn't even have access to car forms.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
Googled it.
And she
Mhm.
said he's an investor. So chances are he's throwing it
Yeah.
up there and he's going to feed her a bunch of BS about why it's not selling and she needs to drop her price, that no one likes the
Yeah.
house. And then he's going to end up ripping
That's
her
exact.
off.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what.
Or
That's
maybe-
exactly what he's doing.
Maybe he
literally,
wants
that's
to
exactly
double
what she
deal.
told me. Yeah, they just reduced it 500,000. She's just like, that's insane.
500,000?
Whoa.
500,000.
How
Wait,
much is it
no.
selling for?
What?
It's selling for $1 million now, but they listed it for 1.5.
Oh yeah, he's taking her to
Oh
the
my
cleaners, bro.
gosh.
He's just doing.
What?
He's helping her out. He's like, I'm gonna list it for 1.5, and no one wants it. It's $1 million. Guess what? We gotta drop it $200,000 more. I told you this is what your offer's
Yeah.
worth. And guess what? I got a cash offer for you now. Takes it, flips it,
Mhm.
rehabs it. What a dirty snake, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
Make sure you go get
Yeah.
that fixed. Get that taken care of.
Yeah.
Go save.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
job,
I'm sure
Gandhi.
she just asks. So now you have to have the conversation of just telling her to talk to him about canceling it.
Canceling.
You know,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just if especially if they're business partners doing other stuff, I'm sure he'll do it. You know, like
Yeah.
it sounds like she knows him outside of just this one
No,
transaction.
she just said that she just called him one time, and that's how he got him.
Wow.
Oh, so
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll cancel if she tells him. So
Yeah, I just literally heard her vent yesterday, so I was just like,
okay,
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
figure out we'll
It was
we'll
a good
figure
call.
out a plan.
Yeah, we're about
Yeah.
to get you $1 million listing, bro. Send that contract over to Monica. Let's get that thing canceled ASAP. And
Yeah.
let's get you $1
Let's do
million
it.
listing, playa.
Let's do it, man. Yes,
Go.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All
give
right,
you that
team.
shirt too, Gabe.
Was that?
Sure.
I said I'm gonna give me one of those shirts too.
All right, yeah, you gotta get you one of these shirts right here, bro. This is a San Diego shirt right here. Summer all season, baby.
You
Okay,
look like
team.
you're about to go dance some bachata.
Ooh, tell me with a good time, man, because I've been fiending for that. But no, I'm
All right.
excited. I guess I'll see you guys on Friday. But the most important thing too is I want you guys to start making more phone calls. I want to see what's happening with these conversations that you're doing. And maybe tomorrow, if we have a little more time, we can make some calls to your prospects too. But let's maybe try to start like 2-3 minutes early. Let's all get on around 8:57. Let's warm up for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then after that, finish the tonality, make a couple calls, but make the calls today. Listen, it's 3 days. If you guys watch these videos, I promise you're going to snipe these appointments. Just get out of your comfort zone. It's going to be weird talking in a certain fashion that you're not used to talking. Most of us are used to just having conversations in our regular tonality. I get it, but you must be an actor or an actress when you're just talking to people. Remember, last thing I'll say is this: 4 personality types, DISC. You have a driver, you have the influencer, you have the person who's security driven, and then you have the conscientious person, the one who's all data driven. You must talk to them differently. Driver, get to the point. Influential, be happy. The scared person, get their guard down. The conscientious, discuss facts and figures. No hype, no directness. Let them make the decision. Give them time to make the decision. You have to understand those 4 personality types. And if you only talk the way that you talk to every personality type, that means you're only going to attract 25% of people that are out there. If you want 100% of the opportunity, then you have to learn how to become the Leonardo DiCaprio. You have to learn how to become the Angelina Jolie, the best actor, the best actress in the world. Just flip that switch on that call. And the only way you're going to do it is by practicing these tonalities. So I would go back, watch the video, listen to my voice. I would repeat it, what I say, the way that I say it, so that you can start to get used to it. It's going to feel weird in the beginning, but everything did. The first call you ever made, the first open house was weird. Doesn't mean you stopped there. You just kept on going. All right, team.
Yeah. And on that note, take advantage, because we're going to go over objections on Friday. You guys should be getting tons of objections and should have tons of questions. Now that we have Gabe, like he's amazing at all of this. So let's practice now with our clients. That way we only have this week to practice. Next week, we know how to handle all of the objections, because Gabe's going to teach us. Gabe's going to help us. Instead of constantly practicing on our clients, take advantage, get on the phones an hour, 2 hours. You guys all have more than enough leads from the past. Don't just call one time. Remember, we can't just call one time and say, oh yeah, I tried calling them. You have to call them every day until you get some type of response, or no response at all. You have to say, hey, I tried calling 17 times until I got no response, until you can turn it into a dead lead. So all of these calls, if they're not answering the first day, you need to call again. I'm going through the leads and I'm filtering them. Gandhi even had to call me last night. He said, hey, what happened to her? I don't see her in my lead box. And I said, oh, I actually handed over to somebody else because we forgot to input the information. He's like, no, I did call her. He's like, but I did it from my phone. So remember, call. So you guys, your conversation is being recorded, and then input any of the information. Because if not, I'm going to send it to somebody else. If you guys haven't reached out, even if you've reached out only one time, I'm still sending it to somebody else. If I don't see some type of task or a game plan on that person, or if they haven't been reached out to in the first couple days, it's going on to the next person, because we can't just be wasting them. Obviously, we see they are good leads, so we have to be on top of it. You guys have more than enough calls to make today and tomorrow and the rest of this week. So let's call and then come with all of our questions for Gabe on Friday. You're muted, Gabe.
Muted.
You guys have an iron-proof script. I promise you, learn the words, learn the delivery. You will convert every Ashley you run into, every Thalia that you run into, because these are the people that I script practiced with the other day, every Rosalind that you run into. Did you guys see how easily I converted all 3 of them? And all 3 of them were trying to be difficult. And I made it so easy to say yes. And at the very end, they're like, man, this guy's so magical. No, I'm just trained. Hear the words, hear the tonality, go make some money. All right, team.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you, guys.
Everyone smile, everyone smile, everyone smile. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay, guys.
Hey guys,
you.
on that
Thank
note,
you.
Guys,
on that note, right
Bye.
before we leave, 1 second, guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you guys have the cheat sheet of basically all the personality types or no?
No.
Okay,
So-
sounds good. So I don't know if you guys took my phone number from yesterday. Text me on that number. I'll put it in the chat right now. And then I want you guys to just basically say personality types. Just text me that, and then I'll send you everything about that. It's gonna show you exactly how each personality type is. Gabe already
Okay.
did a training on it, but it'll be helpful. I promise.
Okay.
So just
thank you,
text that
Rashad.
number that I put, and then I'll send it to you. Okay?
Okay.
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 Of course.
Thank you.
See you
Thanks,
guys
Rashad.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.